Yo, want to let you guys know that I switched the language midway through this playthrough because the old voice actor kind of sucked. So yeah, enjoy the language switch in between. Didn't want to put him in there. Not a great person. Don't want to share that around. But the playthrough was still really great in the other language that I switched it to. And this guy really, he's going to watch the whole video when it comes out, right?
I'm going to watch the whole thing.
Dude, the whole,
5
the
times.
whole video.
Please give me
Let us begin the reckoning. It's a toucan. Man, knowing that she is a robot, it's crazy.
We meet again, you two.
You want a kiss? I mean, what's up, Catherine?
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Commissions, huh? Let me think. Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon.
That's a lot of words.
Recite a love poem on stage.
What?
Wait, say what now?
What?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
What are we, YouTubers now or something?
What kind of commission is that?
I feel embarrassed just imagining it. The audience would definitely have a reaction.
I see. It appears that you're not interested in this commission.
I mean, what's the pay, though? We didn't say no.
In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
What is this?
Hey, that's not any better.
Isn't that just asking for a beating? Mercenaries and orphanages really don't go together. You know, that's a valid point. Let's ask the mercenaries to go take care of the orphans.
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Are you just trying to get reactions out of people?
Clement's gotta ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh, the commissioner? Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
That doesn't sound like Nahida, though. But you're not actually Catherine, though.
Was it so obvious?
Bro.
I was hoping you would actually
Bro.
take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
She's really good at impressions.
It's Nahida.
She can change her voice?
You, Catherine, wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head? She said, add extra applesauce.
Add extra
So
applesauce.
it's been you this whole time?
She's just playing Avatar for
Are
real.
you done resting up, Nahida? Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really, really long dream.
So the Akshas can't take away the dreams of gods. What do you dream about? I guess we didn't talk about her dreaming in the last one, did we? I mean, are you able to, even though you're in Sumeru? Okay, so you can dream.
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one.
An
In
alternate
my dream,
ending.
I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me.
Happy
They
birthday!
danced round and round, and everyone looked really happy. I also got to sit on a gigantic flower carriage.
It's her
First, the night
birthday.
of flowers raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children.
She's like Oprah, but a god.
Maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
Yeah, but in reality, where are you? What are you actually doing?
Wasn't I describing a really happy dream?
Oh,
You're
because
both looking at me like that. Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known
Write
as
that down.
pity? No, we aren't pitying you. That would only make everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad.
see, we're just happy to have had the
By the
dream.
way, have you had a chance to visit Dunyarzad?
It's funny though, because pity. You get it?
We haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her. Yes, I paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time.
She healing up? I thought she died last time.
Stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment, our top focus should still be figuring out what the sages are up to and what they're planning. Right. Who knows what'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival? So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the sages'
We have to do some
activities.
snooping,
As
perhaps?
for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around.
It's gonna be weird that we're talking to Catherine for this long.
Good point.
It's gonna be very conspicuous.
We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
Said that to nobody. We're literally the only ones standing here.
Let's continue our chat here. Okay.
2 feet away from the spot.
On how we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that. But for now, I want to hear your thoughts.
We asked them to stop in the streets. We start a riot and we scream profanity about their family. Possess a key figure in the academia, possesses a student and infiltrate the sage's quarters. We could grab someone close to them and question them. I'm hearing all the room possible for an ALHAITHAM return, no?
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
It's actually a really messed up situation. Okay, so that wasn't the right option, obviously.
No way, that's too risky. You mean it'd be too easy to get caught?
I never picked the right answers.
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives.
Like it's not ruined right now.
Ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
She's such a good god.
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
Alright, so it's the last option then. There's no other choices.
I've already tried that.
Tried to
All the
possess the
members of
figure.
Academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha
And I
terminals.
picked up on
It
that.
seems that from the very beginning.
So I'm
They've been
smart.
guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're wary of me.
That's why they got you locked up.
Caught the sage's attention? I'm guessing not yet. But distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case, I probably can't take over their minds directly.
I literally had no other options, so none of the 3 were right.
Are we really out of ideas? Nahida, you're super smart, so you already
You're like kind of the god of knowledge, so like,
Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
don't say beans around Ito, bro.
Theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal. Okay, but aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
You could have just given us your idea right away.
I'm thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
Does anybody else feel so weird seeing Catherine talk like this?
That does sound like
I got that guy in mind.
Oh, before coming back, we met someone named ALHAITHAM. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back. They probably aren't in cahoots.
If this was a sitcom, everybody would be cheering right now.
I already have someone in mind. Do you still remember that female scholar named Setaria? Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always
beside the old guy?
Sage of the Academia?
Who was in the dream?
We ran into her basically every time the Sub-Zero
She was there.
Itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now. Paimon still remembers the smug and mean way she always.
But that's our inside guy.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd. She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant. Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert. She must be pretty special then. Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
True.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light. Soon after, the star witnessed the sun scorching the earth, which brought
Jeez.
forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky?
With a moon.
In the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
You said a lot, but I don't know what. I mean, it was pretty, don't get me wrong, but...
From the sound of it, Sataria's just hung up on the research opportunities.
Oh,
here.
right. Gotcha. That was a deep one.
She doesn't really support the academia. She still feels guilty about not
Oh,
doing
that's
more for
the closing the
desert,
eyes part.
She's just running away from her problems.
Indeed. When they are presented with complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore.
Man, that was deep.
She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
You don't know it's that bad until you're in real deep.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again. That way, not only can we get useful
You gotta make her
insight
feel
from
guilty.
but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself. From my past observations, Sataria will take a day off from the academia every 10 days to do some shopping in the city.
We'll be the little angel or
Tomorrow
devil on
after
her
work,
shoulder.
This happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance.
Oh, you feel kind of guilty,
To
huh?
prepare,
But what
let's
you're
go check out some
doing
of her favorite spots and to have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
could be an inside job. Hello there, vendor. We are doing no investigating. Nothing
This should be
conspicuous.
Sataria's favorite fortune-telling
Can
spot.
Catherine come talk to her?
So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
No.
Do y'all
I
just
don't
go out and
really
get
have
fortunes
enough
told?
information on Sataria.
Is that normal?
The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Okay.
Talking style and
We're
key
people watching.
characteristics?
My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fate?
Is this a child?
The divine voice of
This is a
wisdom
child.
often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the
She
way.
speaks in KJV.
Really? Nahida, you've been whispering things to her?
Shh. My friend here
Good
has some doubts
impression.
regarding her future. Can we get a fortune reading for her?
Of course, of course. In that case,
This is literally a child and some children's cats. She's just banking off people telling them their fortunes.
it would seem that Harut and Marut are quite wary of
Harut
you.
and Marut.
Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
That's just not true.
Only mocking the god of animals, questioning the lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of the light. Do those count?
Well,
Oh, nothing.
you had to
Go
be
on,
there.
Pick an aspect for her to divine.
It's all true. Divine my prospects in love.
Love prospects? No problem at all.
It's gonna be something good, right? Like you pull a lot, or you're gonna pull a lot.
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed.
How much shaking?
One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you. How could that be?
I mean,
Marut, did you two spoil my divination?
nah, no, it's true, it's true. Don't mean to brag, but I know it's true already. I already knew the answer to that one. I was just asking you for fun.
Actually, Paimon thinks this is probably the most accurate fortune telling you've ever done.
What the heck is happening?
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal. As
Is
such,
Traveler
I
having a
recommend-
harem?
Is that so? Well, that can't be helped.
Did she just short
If you
out?
were to bring some food offerings for Harut and Marut on your next visit, perhaps they could help you reverse the wheels of fate.
What do you mean reverse? I like that. Does that not sound good?
I I've never seen Harut and Marut be so wary.
All right, well, they're just scaredy cats, literally. Akeem.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Yep. It belongs to a king.
Her father helped him.
His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Samari City, so she still comes by whenever she has time. When I start talking with him, listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customer.
I didn't expect that
Would
voice.
you like to look at some pottery?
Pottery.
One of your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild?
Dang.
Sounds like I'm
Smash.
into some big business.
What you mean by that?
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret, and I simply changed trades when my works turned out well. Although it's a pity that I'm no longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
It's like you and me, chat. Look,
So is
us
your father
together.
still working as a mason?
It's like we're in a family business together, guys.
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his
Oh, I
leg.
thought you were gonna say break my neck.
Since he had
Break his
already
neck.
saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life and poor.
Thought he was gonna be dead.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement.
Let's go.
I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
All right, 2
No
down.
problem. Rest easy. All our goods are sure to meet your every need.
I feel like he's got a lot of like suspicious tone in that offer there. Does somebody else feel that way? Vendor number 3.
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working. at the
Catherine is
academia,
nice.
So she always comes by whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
It's my duty to protect Samari's citizens, after all.
Even like her body language when she's actually herself, not pretending to be Catherine, is so accurate.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh?
Oh, have we seen her?
I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
I don't remember that.
Ah, that's right.
I vaguely do.
I've always been really interested in feats of marine engineering. After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port.
She would love Beto.
I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But I'm still
Dang.
discussing all kinds of problems with
Skill
different
issue.
scholars, and I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
She's just doing work in the
Admirable
basement.
Spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First
The
I've
back
heard of it.
rooms?
That's right. It's not usually open to
Ah.
patrons. Most of the time, employees use it for
Ah.
I see. Yes, that
Interesting.
makes sense. Well,
All right, bye.
good luck with your studies, Miss Chishan.
They're definitely having these sus meetings
Thank you so
underground.
much. As long as I can make it into the academia as an official student,
You know that's the
I'll be
absolute
happy.
truth. Okay, so we got a lead at least.
So, was that everybody?
That's a pretty good
3
lead.
familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected?
I pull pottery and
Still haven't told us
basements.
how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Checklist.
Sataria is already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities.
We're gonna lock her
I remember
underground.
you mentioning that the Eremites and Code Ormuz are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of King Deshret.
I can't wait to see what's gonna happen with that.
Boatload of nonsense. The faith of her homeland. may
Probably is
turn
gonna
out
involve
be
CYNO.
Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland. Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
We are really emotionally manipulating this person to get what we want out of them. All right, Nahida, so just come out with it. We're basically gonna gaslight this person into doing what we want her to do. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
So, how do we set that up?
Well, King Deshret is long gone, and Cetaria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks.
My impression's really good, though.
Engaged her under the guise of King Deshret's
It is me, King
She would
Deshret.
definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So, you mean you're
We're just
going
gonna
to
do that?
possess those people we just talked to?
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha.
That makes
Imply
sense.
we've already converted to the faith of King Deshret, and then convey our made-up will of King Deshret. As long as everything goes
This is not
smoothly,
wild. Anybody
we'll
else?
get through to Cetaria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
This is kind of wild.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Huh?
Best of luck?
Wait, we're gonna impersonate?
That's no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As long as you're also wearing an Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
Hey, are they cool with this?
That is pretty convenient. But why does she have to do this? Can't you do it yourself?
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating.
We have more experience.
You're not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
She's like, hello, I'm Catherine. It's a robot. It kind of makes, you can't really mess it up.
If it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it.
It's, we all make a fuss about the possession. It's a matter of life or death here.
Doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
But it's still kind of messed up.
Alright, then let's give it a go tomorrow afternoon.
It's like the greater good is more important than violating the rights of the people here. I'm sure if the people really knew the deep down situation of it, they would probably want the betterment of everything too. But like Nahida said before, it would literally blow their minds to know the truth. All right, guys, let's go possess people. Gods are above mere mortal concerns.
Ooh, here she comes. Cetaria's here.
Let's quietly follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her
Is this gonna be like
I'll leave that
low
to you.
key?
I trust you'll know what to say.
I mean,
I'm starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay.
it's a lot of pressure.
Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Is it gonna be like a kind of takeover? Or is it gonna be an instant transfer to the terminal? Da, 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 da. This is messed up, man. Oh my god!
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook.
Bro! She said, I'm in.
Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
She's just venting right now.
Of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you
It's
said.
the only time Lumine gets voice lines.
Okay, then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Sorry, I was being possessed. Alright, hey! Shut up! You're not gonna spoil this.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong? I always thought they were quiet, happy kitties.
I didn't feed them today.
Oh, what are their names again?
Oh no! I kind of want to see what happens though when I choose the wrong one. Alright, it's Hammer and Tamru.
Are you
Uh-oh.
sure? Those aren't ringing.
Is that an
a bell for some
oopsie?
reason.
Well, Actually, they have many names. But which names I use depends on my mood.
You didn't know that about me, did you?
I see. I imagine that must be hard for the kitties, too.
You're not sus at me, are you?
So, which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must
Anyways.
have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
Should have forgot my cat's names.
On my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
No, bitch.
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just want to get it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
What's Paimon doing, brother? So inconspicuous. The gods have spoken! Ooh, the gods have spoken.
Sorry, your new laugh is just so hilarious. I couldn't help it.
Is that the wrong laugh?
Oh, please pay no mind.
There was a right laugh!
The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Yeah, but that's right.
Why don't you just
How you left him?
It's a demand now instead of a question. Oh, the gods seem to be truly upset.
They are pissed.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness. And if I may ask, Nabia,
That's
is there
right.
a specific god who's speaking to you right
She's
now?
gonna freak out. What did you say?
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all.
Did she say all that in that one? That one thing?
King Deshret? No wonder he would make such demand of me. Wait a second. King Deshret passed away a long time ago.
Yeah, she's reeled
Even
in.
though news of King Deshret's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire, it's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can King Deshret still exist in real life?
Huh? King Deshret's resurrection is a misinformation campaign, you say?
What insolence!
Wow.
I am King Deshret's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
You dare not!
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even
Paimon
this
celebrating already.
I will think very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Got no love life explanations though. Dang, you blew your chance because you got the cat's name wrong. Uh-oh. Oh god. How do we get away so quick?
She just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Is Travis' body just suspended? Oh, she's back.
To suspect anything amiss.
But how was the girl gonna feel now?
She's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her. That must have shaken
She's
her
so
to the
confused. You
core.
can see her head. She's like, what just happened to me?
Yeah, it seems like you understand human emotions really well after all.
But not human rights.
All I know are some abstract Harvard-taught theories. And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
Gotta take more bodies over. Why is that an achievement? What the heck? All right, next body possession. It's like Freaky Friday.
It's okay. I just got caught up in something.
What is she talking about?
Actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Masonry work and building the pyramid for King Deshret.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he
I got it
doing?
right.
Is he feeling any better?
It would be too weird to say he can lift stuff though, right? He can just walk. You know what, dude? No. My dad, Giga Chad, Giga Dad, he can actually lift stuff now.
Huh? Wasn't he nursing a leg injury? If I recall correctly, his strong arms had always been his pride and joy.
He sprained his arm a while ago, trying to show off his strength. I thought you'd heard.
Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
Right.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Let him know that recently, faith in King Deshret has taken root in Port Ormos and has begun to spread across Sumeru. He has a quick temper and has always been a devout follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those King Deshret believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So, who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or King Deshret?
Where are your loyalties?
I'm so jealous of you. You were born a child of the desert.
No way, that means being this deceptive right now.
King Deshret, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Bro's getting right to it.
Hakim, you don't mean you've also become a believer of King Deshret?
Hey man, bless up.
What's
You know what I'm saying?
so strange about becoming a believer of the
They're
wise
standing
King
right
Deshret?
there.
In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Lumine, chill.
Can't pick a side? Me?
Lumine.
Whoa.
That was just disrespectful.
I had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Maybe we would know if she actually had some voice lines in this video game. Before I knew it, I really started getting into the role. I wasn't too harsh, was I? Dude, she's great at roleplay.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria. But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway.
What about these other people? I'm gonna explain it to them. All right, third time's the charm. Let's switch it up.
So, Shishan, have you noticed anything weird in the city lately?
I just love King Deshret. I don't
As
know.
if someone was trying to preach to you about something?
It was a basement, but I'm gonna say attic because I'm an agent of chaos today.
Wait, did you just say attic? I thought this place didn't have an attic. Also, don't you usually study in the basement?
Well, they added an attic.
Recently added an attic. I've been studying there because it has better lighting.
Dude, you can do anything in this game. They don't punish you for any behavior. It doesn't matter.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count.
It was really
That was
weird,
really
huh? So
Wait,
strange.
How could you be aware of that? That should be impossible.
Yeah.
Nothing indicated anything like that.
What are you talking about? What are you saying out loud?
Failing to realize that the Academia's lowly tricks could never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Get back with Deshret, baby.
Shishan.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior King
You've
Deshret?
converted to King Deshret as well.
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of King Deshret.
To give this girl an Oscar.
Shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects.
Please, please stop!
We in her head now. That's what we call manipulation, baby.
Even now, Sataria's still trying to run from her problems.
You did kind of get right in her face. I'm not gonna lie, Lumine.
She can no longer
I would have punched you if you said that to me.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
Oh no.
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Mercenary, you're a member of the
Are we gonna take this one over too?
Please help me pass a message to the Matra right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
Heretics are infiltrating the city. And
Oh, we're taking over.
many residents to their side.
Heretics?
Tell me more.
What kind of heresy are you talking about?
King Deshret. Many people I know have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
Miss Sataria, nothing is impossible.
Oh man, even you.
You know my name?
King Deshret is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price.
Bro, this is extreme.
Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become, and the deeper you will be ensnared.
It has
Child
no
of King
bounds or
Deshret,
limits.
Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise King Deshret?
This poor woman.
Aren't you the strange one?
In reality, though, she was doing a mess up thing. So, like, who is right here?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming
She
a
about to
believer of
die.
King Deshret.
Sataria, why haven't you gone home?
They are really getting in her head. This is the definition of schizo. I think our point got across.
Seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of King Deshret. I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland. But no matter how much I may try to ignore or get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
Bro, this is a perfect plan. Next time I want to actually get something out of somebody, I'm just going to take over other people's bodies and then get them to admit it to the other people. This is so much easier than how you just try to get people to be honest. Follow your heart.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
How do you know me so well? Are you truly just a believer of King Deshret? Or are you the god himself?
I mean, in a way.
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
Take my hand.
I've never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity. Your appearance must be a fated opportunity for me to get out of this wretched situation. Please tell me, what can I do for you?
We manipulated an innocent person, but basically she's not innocent, so I take that back. We manipulated other innocent people to manipulate the person who is not innocent and was manipulating innocent people. So really, it's double negative. It's when two negatives touch and they do this, so therefore they can't make a baby. Gaslighting to get what we want is exactly what it is.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was just one of the designers for the massed dream harvest scheme.
Look at Paimon so
what happened around the Sub-Zero's
blatantly in the open.
But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city. And even the sages are still quite wary of him.
An outcast of even the sages are still wary of?
To fight against the academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents?
Well, sneak in.
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks.
So they trust her.
One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha. Let me see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
The Academia entrance? Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Right in front of them.
Don't worry about that. I assure you, this won't be a trap. I'm only suggesting this
Imagine it is.
because it'll draw more scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
She's just like playing Sword Art Online right now.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
Let me talk to King Deshret real quick. I'll get back to you.
On the judgment of the Dendro.
The Dendro. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered.
True.
As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars.
What would judgment look like from Nihida?
To find a god to believe in.
She breaks out a musical number.
We've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
The Traveler's execution was ingenious. She's the one who deserves all the praise.
I mean, yeah.
Now that we've made plans to
don't praise me, but give me an award.
All we can do is pray for Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods,
Just pray to you.
God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars?
Oh yeah, that's right.
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening at the Adventurers Guild.
Okay, so let's pray to her real quick. Hey, Catherine.
We're here! You are the other Catherine, right?
That's right. I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can we just call her Nihita?
Shh! We're on a secret mission.
Secret spy mission.
Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right.
As we talk to her blatantly out loud.
Rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap. If something were to happen, my existence may be the only trump card we'll be able to play. After all, the academia should still be unable
I
to
feel like this
confirm
is
the
gonna turn into a
existence of my
plot
consciousness in
twist.
the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just what Paimon was thinking.
You know what? Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she's that smart, guys.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Lumine thinks something's off here. I also think it went a little too easily.
Off? What do you feel is off?
It's quiet. A little too quiet.
It's the middle of the night. Of course it's quiet. You're not getting paranoid, are you?
It is like close to midnight, isn't it?
I think she's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual. If you look around, there seems to be fewer people on the streets. I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire city, though.
Huh. Maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe Sataria figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
Early bedtime.
I can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we planned.
Well, regardless, as long as you're here with us, Paimon feels a little safer.
A literal god with us. That's a little conspicuous.
Huh. There really aren't
Wow.
many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the
Wait,
academia.
it's
and that
children.
Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
We're good. We got kids out here. Aha. Oh, cutscene. This little special mission secret agent vibes.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Wait, what?
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last.
And
to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
No shot!
The outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am.
Oh!
Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor.
Dang!
If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of
She
rigor
was
expected
bugged.
of a scholar.
This dude's voice is crazy.
The people of Sumeru City.
I didn't know he was getting involved with this.
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can
He's not wearing one
deposit
either.
information directly into the subconscious.
It's so different from the manga.
All these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success.
Dude is psycho.
And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
We're gonna have to kill the people of Sumeru.
Now, you need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru.
Oh! She put him into a little nappy time.
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
Catherine's a Giga Chad. Dude, the Tori's interest was sick
You
there.
appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own
What a
consciousness.
fit.
To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
Bro, he makes me feel weird for some reason. Bro, I didn't know we were gonna see another Fatui Harbinger today. I thought we were just gonna go about our normal little way with our Archon quest.
Far enough.
I probably should have expected that.
Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her.
Bro, that was like, that actually like made my heart stop. I didn't expect it. It was such like dramatic music. Dang, he's gonna go on a little date with Nahida for a bit.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here. Let alone such a high-ranking one.
Dang, that was scary.
So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Kainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently.
Not what we were talking about. Number 2.
Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the scale of this problem. There's more parties involved. I like always forget about the Fatui for some reason. I never suspect them.
In the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui.
Dang.
But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
We need to find a way to reunite Nahida.
Yeah.
With Nahida.
Things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's start our own investigation. Let's go find someone else who might be involved.
You mean?
Tignari, I think that having him involved too might be helpful. So because he knows the situation with Kale,
Oh, right. Wasn't he invited by the
he's like been denying the invitation.
Staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Tignari, we got bad news, man. The doctor's in town. Oh, hi.
A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Why are you talking to me like that?
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those.
Oh, they're rogue.
Dogs who don't even get scraps for their work.
I gotta fight them?
We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
It's so metal.
The Outcast? An outcast?
It's just the doctor.
But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Local mercenaries might have an edge over the Fatui. Maybe he's taking advantage of the Academia's resources.
Still wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough. Get them!
Let me suction them real quick. Hang on.
You're up, traveler!
I'm always up, bro. You don't do anything around here. All right, Venti, do it! Do the thing! Bonk. Bonk.
Illusion shattered.
Hey, guys.
Everyone hold hands.
Dang. Dang.
Share my knowledge.
Witness the power. There is no escape.
Boom!
It isn't over yet.
How many of you are there?
Let's play. Time for takeoff.
They're everywhere.
Committed to memory.
Oh my god. Venti suction is so fun.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like?
This probably won't be long before we see more of them.
Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent.
I hope we get to fight the doctor.
Where to set up an ambush? Did he predict that we would try to find Kainari?
Oh gosh.
Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
I want to go up against someone dumb like Senora. Ugh. Is that Kale?
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here?
We got bad news, Kale. It's going to be a PTSD situation.
Nice to see you again. Are you doing all right? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tighnari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Bad for her, bro.
Oh, Kale.
Seems that curing Irminsul is our only chance.
Speaking of Tighnari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him. Oh, Master Tighnari? He just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI.
Where is that?
He left? What? Isn't Tighnari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation. I thought it was weird too. Master Tighnari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time though.
He didn't get a reason. Maybe he's aware of the situation.
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind.
He
also made
he
sure
definitely
to
is.
delegate all his tasks using a schedule.
Definitely is then.
To leave in such a hurry? I'd guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tighnari originally studied in the Immorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Immorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research. I know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tighnari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI. A research base, huh? Gotta wonder what kind of research Tighnari just decided to work on all of a sudden. We don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI.
I felt we were gonna run into some issues here. Kale, please stay alive. I need you.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now.
Sage.
If you run into Master Tighnari, please send him my regards. Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
I love Kale. I just want Kale to be happy. It's so different. Wait, that's actually a way better Paimon to me. We're doing Chinese. You are Nahira, right? You haven't been reprogrammed by the doctor. Did she win? Wow. I love the voice for this in Chinese.
分别之后，我独自面对博士时发生了什么，你们也无从获知。就像一场灾难般的暴雨过后，地上的积水有时也能伪装。
She's so metaphorical.
我觉得能讲出这么微妙的比喻的人
Right, she's fine. I agree.
我刚才不是想博取信任，只是想要讲得更好理解。好啦好啦，我们知道啦。 纳西达，快说说，我们离开
This is the best voice for Paimon.
那些民众怎么样了？你们离开的时候，我正在全力修复所有民众的意识。
Depositing information to the subconscious.
将信息投放到潜意识，并非是刻写进大脑，而是类似在民众的脑海制造幻觉。以我当下的能力，尚能将其解决。
He was bluff and power.
即将把我控制住的一刹那，我完成了民众意识的修复工作。 并使用了意识跳转，成功逃离。还好还好，博士这一招的确很出其不意，还好有纳西达在。倒也没有那么好。在修复民众意识的过程中，博士已经看出我的真实身份了。
Yeah, true, because identity's out there now.
而且，他既然有能力对虚空终端进行改造，或许捕获我的意识也只是时间问题。
It's a race against the clock now.
那可怎么办？他现在在教令院，的确有可能继续对虚空动手脚。
We need to hurry. Our position will only get worse with time. Is this where Tighnari is going to come in for help?
可恶，有种被玩弄一样的感觉，真是难缠的对手。而且据说，博士好像单凭武力也完全能够坐稳第二席。还不是灰心丧气的时候，想办法找找突破口吧。对了。 纳西达是怎么知道我们要来缠纳园的？你是提前等在这里了吗？是的，我能够感知到旅行者身上的元素力，循着这股力量移动的方向。
She's 10 steps ahead of us.
你们来这里
I think Chinese Paimon, the language for her is really, really pretty. Like how she speaks is not as annoying as English.
记得贤者曾经主动联系过他。纳西达也跟我们进去看看吧。好吧。
It's easier on the
但是
ears.
如今的我们不会连累到他。
Okay, so now we get to hear his voice. We get to hear the voice of an actual good human being speak. Thank God.
旅行者，是旅行者吗？
Hypatia! This kind of feels random. Long time no see. Didn't expect you to run into you here.
天哪，可真是令人开心，能见到你们真是太好了。
这位是。
This is my friend. She helped me see Irminsul.
邻居狂语气。
Look how nice it is.
这样吗？
是啊，我们可是老朋友了。正巧我来这边之后，没什么人愿意跟我讲话。你们来的正是时候。
海巴夏，你开心过头了。话说你居然已经离开到长陵了吗？不继续在森林里修行啦
She's back from the force.
对，难道说你已经修行结束？
No more annoying Paimon. All right, dude. She does kind of look like a female Baizu.
之前已经在意识中见过神明了。
恭喜恭喜！
You hear this in there like.
能跟你们分享这份崇高的喜悦，可真是让人快慰啊！与神明意识相通的那一刻，那简直是无与伦比
He
的
just like
至高
stop.
体验。
All right, it's all right. Actually, we're here for Tinari. We're in a hurry, so let's chat about this next time. We're looking for
这
Tinari.
样啊。哦，对了，请等一下，我可没有忘记跟你们的约定哦。当时我说，等我获得了真正的智慧，也许就能帮你
Does
们
this tie into the Aranara quest that I haven't done yet?
看到的东西。而现在的我呢？
I don't know if I should have done that before now or what, but
甚至还能帮助你们自行与神明的意识
thank you.
进行连接。
I'll hit you up for that one.
这也能做得到吗？
Look at Paimon. I mean, the Traveler and Nihida. Do you believe her, Nihida?
无所未闻。不过，如果你想尝试，我会全力保护你的意识。
等一下哦，我带了。
I just speak him right in front of her?
这依旧是必不可少的仪式。
又是那种熏香吗？
That put me in a trance last time.
现在
I guess 2 times ago, but still.
我会帮你们建立意识连接的通道。
Okay. Catherine. The Catherine.
好了吗？
Right. Here we go, man. We getting high on the weekend. Are we in?
3度遭到背叛，因而懂得世间万物不过是欺瞒的谎。
Oh!
绝不平息。
Our boy?
其一为神，我的创造者，我的母。
Was this a big lore bomb at the time?
其为力量所左右，舍弃无用的我。其二为人。
Dang.
我的家人，我的朋友。其为恐惧所困缚，视我为可憎恶。
He was abandoned by a friend.
其三为同类，我的期盼，羽翼尚未丰满的鸟雀。其为受限所控制，违背于我的。
Oh, he died.
人绝不可信，神亦令我憎恨。
No, maybe he's justified.
我舍弃所有，否定并嗤笑人间一切。
That's a little overboard.
我的胸膛不会
He burned the body.
燃脂，并弃掉人类低劣的情感。我空洞的部分，将如诞生之刻的纯白卷轴那般，以满载神性的至高神明之心来填满。
The laugh.
无需恐惧。
Dang.
疼痛只是一瞬， 你们的时代。
Angry little man. So he's had a lot of loss in the human side of things, from like being scared or just natural death, and then on top of being abandoned by his mother. I really like the Chinese version of that too. I'm glad I got to hear it in this language. This is neither Lord, yeah, his consciousness or King Desperat's consciousness. It's the Balladeer!
看到了吧，感受到了吧，崇高的神明，崇高的意志，崇高的情感。
She is in full worship mode.
可惜呀，可惜，可惜我的胸腔里跳动的。
Oh, she's complete believer now.
神明大人啊，可否宽恕我？可否救赎我呢？
看出来了吗？这可不是什么寂静圆满期，怕他是。
This is Scar, bro. Paige is in a whole trance here.
你为什么对我这么凶啊？
Uh-oh.
为什么那些人都在躲着我呢？我找到了神明的智慧啊！我应该被夸奖才对啊！我成为了那个在黑暗里探索、
She's his biggest fan.
光明的人呐！
海巴夏。
明明应该是这样啊！等等，难道说
Going schizo, man. Huh. She said, "I'll see myself out now."
周围不对劲。
No, I couldn't tell. This just got a lot. Like the twists of this are crazy. And now we have an ambush. Oh! Bro, we're being ambushed left and right around here. Oh! What? Catherine's body? We're seeing things through the lens of Nahida now. I see you. I've seen this. This is the boss everybody's fights, right? Oh. That's my first like reveal moment, but I've seen people talk about this. There's Tinari. Running with Paimon. Catherine's literally dead, guys. So we're not gonna talk about that? Okay, okay. Gasp! So there's no connection with Nahida anymore now. It's me. She had to like use it as an emergency link. This time she didn't just transfer her body into her mind into my body. Our minds are swapped places. So she was in her body in the original place she's being held. You were in a god's body?
意识居然可以这样随意转移，若非亲眼所见，简直难以置信。这应该还不是人类能够做到的范畴吧
I really like his Chinese voice, yeah.
刚才逃走的路上，你体内的那个意识，拜托我传话给你。他说，博士已经找到了禁锢意识的方法。
Doctors found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you.
是没有月亮的夜晚，一众星光。
That's the fortune we had in the first half.
这下子纳西达真的彻底被禁锢在禁山宫了呀！糟糕了，他留下的话就只有这些了吗？好像有点不明不白的。
We can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to. It's a code that only we know.
我懂了，博士已经捕捉到了纳西达的意识，所以纳西达说了什么都会被他知道吧？很谨慎呢。即便是没有
The doctor actually terrifies me.
众星光一足以刺破虚幻与谎言。我知道月亮、虚幻与谎言都源自花神诞祭时候的炼金占卜。
It's our fortune that we got.
是纳西达用过的比喻，好像是跟赛塔雷有关的。
The moon is named herself. Starlight refers to the people of the desert. Illusions and lies refer to the academia's plans.
这么说确实是这样。看来纳西达的意思是要让我们去沙漠。
It's not the option I clicked, but okay.
可是没有纳西达在了，我们真的没问题。
So we gotta go get help in the desert now?
派蒙刚刚提到了净善宫，你们口中的纳西达，也就是之前旅行者体内的意识，莫非是草神大人？
Oh yeah, about that.
是正确的，情况有些复杂，我们现在很难和你
Yeah,
解释。
it's a whole story, bro. You play the story quest.
学者的好奇也不是完全不讲求实益的。至于情况的复杂程度，我刚才也看在眼里了。我和你们相处过一段时间，而且看起来小草神大人也站在你们一边。
We gained his favor, her favor.
我相信你们。
谢谢你提那里。对了，我们之前就想找你问。
That's so vile that you won't join it.
有什么了解吗？
这个嘛，我的确曾受邀去。
He didn't like that behavior around it.
对工程的内容一直三缄其口，后来我便推脱掉了。我只知道，那项工程应该事关世界树的修复。
Restoration or manipulation? I think I know what the project is about. I just received some new intel.
是和纳西达互换意识的时候见到了什么吗？
They're turning him into an actual god. He hates the gods and he hates the humans, so he'll become the very thing he hates and be the better version.
什么？
依据呢？
I saw a nascent god under construction. Hypatia also showed us a so-called defined consciousness. And this is all built by Dottore, right? So Dottore is responsible for hooking him up to the machine and getting him all transferred up to god state. Like he's the chef in the kitchen. You describe what you saw when you exchanged consciousness with Nihida.
是吗？原来如此。怪不得海拔下的症状与之前那些。
She was going to madness.
原来是接触了一个正在诞生中的新神的意识。
提那里是因为海拔下才离开到成灵的吗？
是的，我留意到了海拔下的精神失常，但症状又比较特殊，所以我偷偷带他来到禅那园，寻找能让他恢复的方法。如果不这样做，海拔下现在恐怕已经被风纪官们流放到沙漠中的阿如村了。
Dang, bro.
话说回来。 我原本也知道教练院一直轻视小吉祥草王，可的确没想到，他们会
just create a whole new god that we like instead.
没有接受他们的邀请。
Fatui also is behind this too.
和伞兵，两个愚人众的执行官。
Bro, the whole squad's gonna pull up here. The Fatui.
听起来前途堪忧呢。
We're gonna get every one of them.
至少从你的描述上看
，they're gonna resurrect Senora.
应该还有阻止他们的余地。 可说起来，创造新神与修复世界树之间又有什么关系呢？
If you like restore it, I bet you could find a way to control it. Like if you get that deep to understand what makes it like the composition life of the Ermin soul to the point in which you can give it more life or restore or heal it, or more than that too. I mean, like with all the Elazar stuff we saw with Kale, I mean, you control them. That's the goal. So if we can control that, we control Kale. That's one failed attempt at like understanding how to control Elazar.
现有的情报也整理的差不多了，还是先动身吧。提那里呢？你准备怎么做？
我还是打算先留在这里。海拔下那边的
Try to nurse her back to normality.
去沙漠的话。 你们可以先到卡万亿，这是通往沙漠地带最便捷的路线。
Okay.
如果还有什么我能帮上忙的，请再来这里找我。
I really like how he sounds in this language. I definitely will be doing his whole story quest in this language if there's not a new one by that point.
We finally made it to Caravan Rebak. here.
It's dead.
This wall is the desert, huh?
Was that a pun?
Oh, wow.
What kind of pun was that?
I remember hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside.
Whoa.
Oh, if
Is this man-made?
It's gotta be the divine work of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right?
It's indeed quite expressive, truly awe-inspiring.
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Wait, what? Where did bro come from?
Over here.
Oh, okay, we're going into action now, I guess. That's normal. Hey, slow down!
Wait, let's hurry up and follow him.
Oh, wait.
I wonder what he's up to.
Hate to see him leave. Love to watch him walk away. You know what I say? Swirl! He just says, follow me. We start running after him. We're also being followed by the Emirates.
What the? Where did she go? How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
We're speed.
More Aramite mercenaries? Are they working for us?
They're so blind.
Anyway, Traveler, it seems like we were being followed again.
You were too careless.
Come on, man.
You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
I appreciate the nice words on meeting you.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
He's got the earpiece on. You think that's gonna be a problem for him at all?
Really get by him on a scare,
Should we take that off of him?
I never thought we'd run into you here. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait.
Oh no.
Don't tell
He's definitely an inside man.
back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list. I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the
That's true.
honored guests by now?
We did kind of just run away from them.
Right. You do have a point.
Do you participate in the Sage's big project? You even know about it?
I have no interest in running errands for that project.
Dang.
As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy.
Autonomy.
You're more fascinating than anything the sages can offer.
So you're actually looking for me. Oh, so you love me. You're trying to say kiss me.
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the divine knowledge capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties. Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you and why you're so interesting.
Man, you can tell me you got a crush on me.
ALHAITHAM used the divine knowledge capsule right in
ALHAITHAM.
front of you. And upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something.
Oh
Are you
yeah, it's
interested at all in
true.
sharing what you've been hiding from me?
It must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
ALHAITHAM, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail.
It's kind of his thing.
A person even notices or remembers stuff like that.
I can't share what I know just yet because it's kind of complicated, bud.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the divine knowledge capsule. Am I right?
I want to see my lawyer. I know my rights.
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
Who are we gonna meet in the desert?
We have the same plan as you, but we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest
Me in
starting with
life.
Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
I mean, if you're offering.
It's always better to travel with someone you know. Let's go!
Are we going together? Go to the village.
Before us lies Aru Village.
I've been here for the little balloon event.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place.
I get like Agrabah vibes.
Check it out.
Get any Kingdom Hearts fans? Ooh. Cutscene. Got a lot of cool cutscenes today. Wow. Hello? What the? Oh my God. Bro, where did you come from? CYNO! Let's go! Bros will be bros, you know what I mean? Yo, that's slow motion though? That's a hype delivery. Y'all got beef or something?
Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Why are you so angry?
Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate
He's so angry at him.
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
He pounced like a puma.
Seemed to me more like
from the
your own
dark.
Personal touch.
Who is that, ALHAITHAM? Did you call
They got
General
beef.
Mahamatra?
Yes. General Mahamatra.
Mahamatra.
Head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic
Is he just
crimes.
guarding this place?
You seem to have placed a lot of
This
trust
does
in
feel like a
ALHAITHAM.
Dilu-Kaya kind of relationship.
Blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never
True.
choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word that comes out of his mouth.
That's his way of saying I love you.
I've been pursuing this scribe for a long time.
For why?
Stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
All right, man. That was really metal what you just said, but I don't think I can. I don't trust him as much as you seem to think. Doesn't seem to be. I mean, doesn't mean I'm going to stand by and do nothing either.
Has ALHAITHAM done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. ALHAITHAM. I saw it during our fight. Take it out.
It's peeping. Oh.
The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person.
True.
Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
That's what I was gonna say.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
Dig it out. It's a very large capsule. Does it shrink down at all?
Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormo?
Yeah, but he low-key took it. He was all sus. So did you lie to us? Yeah, ain't nothing new though.
No wonder you speak with such confidence.
Where is he
CYNO.
keeping it?
But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance.
We're getting nowhere here, guys.
Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious?
Dubious?
If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
It's a mission behind the sage's backs, huh?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
Beat them both up.
Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
What color are eyes, chat? God. I'm still excited for Dia to come out, despite some of the opinions on her.
You gotta help us out here.
I'm just glad I can get her on standard. I don't have to wail. It's
Yeah,
gold!
Sure looks that way. Two giants from the academia duking it out once and for all.
She's just a good character,
Not
at
something
least.
we get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village?
She's like their mom.
Someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Jeez. Boys, now say you're sorry. Hug your brother right now.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Sit. Uh-oh. The wind is rising.
Whoa, what's going on?
Sandstorm.
Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away!
Nobody cares, Jeff Paimon.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Somebody walking with her?
All of you, over here.
Candies!
You have to take cover.
It's my first time meeting Candies.
Oh, this wind is too strong! Let's get over there!
Let's just go to the mysterious voice.
Like Candace.
Candies.
Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
He's got soundproof headphones, I can still hear it. A little nice family dinner, huh? I'm not your bra. Why is it such a long pause? I have it on autoplay. What is happening? Why is it such a long pause? It was on autoplay. Well, nobody's speaking.
Pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating
She's
anymore.
sinking.
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Fine.
Our savior has come at last.
Dear
Nice
God.
to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude and my heart.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Her hair is so pretty. Her eyes, so unique.
Caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
Then right now.
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, we should return to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
I honestly thought it was pretty lame.
And now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one
She's
another.
literally their mom.
And put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
This is actually their mother. Wow, canon.
On second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
More of a mom. I like the background music here too.
You too, Miss Dia.
She did nothing.
Myself clear.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we got it, Candace.
Okay, Milkies.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
Digital footprint's not a thing, right?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Say my business.
That was you trying to be a mediator?
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself. While ALHAITHAM wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather, I've chosen to exile myself.
Some kind of noble cause, man. That's metal.
Exile yourself?
It's metal right there.
A little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress. As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself.
Oh man.
I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning.
Just burn him at the stake, man.
Surprisingly, the Grand Sage
Kill him in his sleep.
rejected my audit request
Easy?
as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to
So you got no
judge
power
us."
in this place.
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia of today.
So you then exiled yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action against me. This way, they can no longer see nor predict my actions.
So he basically just ran away. But he said it in the CYNO way.
For someone else to give me power or authority. Once I find the truth, I will administer judgment by my own
Bro
name.
is God himself.
CYNO seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
We're all on the same page.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Without all the formal titles, it's still too early to trust him completely. What if the whole story was just made up? What if he's really good at improv?
Well, CYNO, if that's your story, then why did you see ALHAITHAM as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between ALHAITHAM and a sage. The sages asked
The
you
emphasis
to
on his
investigate
name.
a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, ALHAITHAM?
That's true. That's valid. That's valid. They're
Like
on
many
to
parts
us.
of the project, this assignment was undocumented.
Mm.
Now throw in your suspicious behavior with the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and I think we deserve an explanation.
Now it's your turn to talk, buddy. From the very beginning, ALHAITHAM was the sages were watching me from the very beginning. From the moment we stepped into the town and we put on the earpiece.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the traveler.
Come on, man!
The promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
That sounds pretty
A most
enticing.
enticing offer.
Same wording.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all. Their words contained one key piece of information, namely that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know. From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the
I would've fell for it.
Divine Knowledge Capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that ALHAITHAM mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
He went crazy and attacked.
That the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
And call it something else, like a wild outbreak of rabies or something. Do you join forces with me just so you can investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then.
Ah, so you love
I only
me.
told the academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
It was just coincidence.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had no intention of providing assistance to the academia. Also, you should remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
Fair. Now that you mention it, that is exactly what happened. You know what? You got a point there.
That's true. ALHAITHAM helped us out at Caravan Rebot as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize if that's worth anything to you.
I mean, a hug could do
I
it
took the
too,
divine
but
knowledge capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied.
And did you do that? What did you find?
After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
It did kill the cat. That's what they say.
Scribe ALHAITHAM, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Why the sound effect, though?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the academia. Do you really think they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy
Like,
for now.
I'll only hug you tonight. No cuddles, though.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your
Now eat your din-din.
And now you, Dia. I believe it's your
Oh, you're more from you, huh?
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out. My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home.
Yeah, we already know hers.
I had nothing going on, so I decided to return to our
Is that it, though?
I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here.
And then this
Then I saw
happened.
these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
She's easily angered.
Is that all? Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
My prize daughter.
That's more like it. I missed you all so
Aw.
much, Candace.
So they have a relationship already. What the?
Whoa! What was that?
Was that a monster?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats,
What?
please make yourselves at home. I'll take a
Oh,
quick trip
creatures in the
outside to clear out some of
sandstorm.
those creatures in the sandstorm.
That was monk ass.
Creatures?
Creatures?
In the sandstorm?
She said it like it's like taking the trash out.
Are you sure you don't want some backup?
Said
Fighting in a
Rex.
sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage.
I've been through worse.
You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace.
This is like a star-studded
Don't worry,
room.
She's as tough as they come.
It's a crazy cast. Like, this is a pretty stacked cast. She just like casually took care of creatures in the wind.
That means the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright?
Imagine it was Dottore.
When you put it that way, even I'm starting to feel a little worried. All right, let's go.
Look at this like wash her
We've
through
been
the
here long
window at
enough,
least.
And the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Alright, so I'm gonna interpret that for you guys. I don't know if you understood. That meant they're not talking. Oh my god.
You're still fighting? You've been out here dealing with these creatures the entire
Oh, was that a rift hound?
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
Same.
I've lost count of how many I've defeated. Before I realized it, even the sandstorm had stopped.
Her stamina is something else. Crazy.
Here comes another wave!
There are more!
Leave this round to us. I got
Can I
interrupted
trial
earlier,
somebody?
But now I have something to take my anger out on.
Madge.
It's been quite a while since I've seen the Flame Mane in action. I'll leave these to you then.
Is it a
I'll be sure to
cutscene?
put on a good show. Let's go.
There ain't no way I'll get a trial, right? This is the worst video game! I figured, because like nobody even knew her kid till recently, so
Rain outlines
it makes sense. Monk. 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 Please hyper my bloom. So I'll give you big ones come up here in a second. Alright, here we go. Can we couple these enemies together? I actually don't know. Oh, I can.
Let me weave you a verse. Shine down.
Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge. The creatures stopped appearing. Is that the last of
Her temple above us. It's that's the
What we
environment.
fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sandstorm. So we should be safe for the time being.
So we get them all.
Fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
The chief?
Huh? Who are you?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to.
Hottest guy here.
I had my hands full taking care of the village's elderly and children.
When is he gonna be playable?
I am the chief of.
What's his vision?
Everyone usually calls me Uncle Anpu.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Uncle Anpu.
Sir, I am also originally from the desert, but I have not been back for some time now.
I mean, he's kind of fine.
Such sandstorms
Smash.
are common?
I can't say they've always been common, but recently the storms have become increasingly severe and frequent. Besides sandstorms, we also occasionally get earthquakes. According to an investigator who stayed in the village a while ago, these unusual natural phenomena are related to the withering of Irminsul.
Everything's problematic because of the Irminsul, man.
Withering. So, Irminsul's withering causes withering zones in the forest, and sandstorms and earthquakes here in the desert?
Natural phenomena.
The natural world is inextricably connected to Irminsul. These regional symptoms can indeed be a reflection of Irminsul's present state.
Why don't we just give it some Tylenol?
Everyone in Aru village needs to take good care of themselves.
Smash.
Speaking of which, why haven't I seen a single village keeper since I got
It's
here?
like a desert, dude. Oh, wait, it is.
Village guards.
I was gonna say a ghost town maybe is more accurate.
Does your curiosity know no bounds?
Bro!
Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars exiled here by the academia.
Why are they he's so rude?
Most of them are scholars who lost their sanity after a period of training in the Avidia forest.
Dang.
The academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So, they're forcibly exiled to the desert.
Huh.
Though if you ask me, it's all a boatload of nonsense.
Tinaria also brought this up before. Hypatia was also nearly exiled to the desert. I remember that too.
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to investigate. One by one, the village keepers have been mysteriously disappearing without a trace. But no one in the village has ever seen them leave. If you're planning to stay around the village for the next few days, I'd appreciate it if you could keep an eye out for them.
I've had encounters with
Maybe
those
watch
people in the
guards.
past. I'll see what I can do to help.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them, are you trying to alleviate your guilt and atone for your past?
Her accidentally exiling them?
I'm fascinated by how you think.
Alright, man, come on.
Mock
Candace is
me
gonna
if
get on you
will,
guys.
But if you are guilty, I will eliminate you, regardless of my position or identity.
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an expert in these kinds of investigations. Thank you for your help.
I'll help too.
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor scholars. First they lose
Hypatia was like,
sanity, now this!
Wanderer, Escaramouche!
Get them back home, safe and sound.
It's hearing the voices.
Is it really a good idea to tag along with CYNO? You seem like you really don't trust him.
Pamon's face is really not centered in this camera frame here, is it? That's why it's a great opportunity to watch him. I find Dia and the others are here too.
I'll be grateful for the assistance. No doubt you will do a better job than some of my former subordinates.
Dang.
Let's start by finding a spot
Recognizes
to share what
me.
we know so far.
A happy spot to exchange information. It's like a little date, honestly. It's like a reward. We're alone.
Although I've sent myself into exile,
What are these?
I'm still doing
Melons.
essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation?
Why do they refer to the mad scholars as village keepers?
One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before.
Think of it the normal.
After spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, The people of Aru village greatly resented having to take in the mad scholars. But a strange incident one night changed that. Aru village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory.
Jeez.
Seeing
Huge
buildings
magnitude.
on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, like a divine glow against the backdrop of night. Despite the powerful tremors that ripped through the ground that night, all the houses remained upright, almost as if they had grown roots reaching deep into the ground. In the end, not a single building collapsed, and no one was hurt.
That's my god.
After that, the people of Aru village treated the mad scholars with greater kindness, and began to refer to them as the village keepers.
A soft green light?
Who could that be?
Scholar protecting Aru village? What do you make of it, Traveler?
That was ALHAITHAM! Must have been Nahida's power.
Paimon thinks so too.
It was right.
Actually, CYNO, do you know if any of the mad scholars continued to wear their Akasha terminals at Aru village?
In theory, they would continue wearing them so the academia could still monitor their activities. With that said, the main Akasha system would no longer have any interaction with them.
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes sense then! Add in the fact that they calmed down, it was probably Nahida who calmed
Because she could actually help him.
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one story alone, then it appears you possess much more information than I do. So, what do you make of the story?
The Mad Scholar's power likely came from Lesser Lord Kusanali. Lesser Lord Kusanali was actually the one who protected the village that night.
Really? Lesser Lord
What do you think about Lesser Lord Kusanali?
What? You don't believe us? Lesser Lord Kusanali was definitely using the Akasha to give her power to the mad scholars!
No, it's not so much that I don't believe you. I'm just struck by your reasoning. Lesser Lord Kusanali, the current Dendro Archon.
He doesn't even believe it.
Active in Sumeru?
She's been locked up, man.
Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. They've more or less ignored Lesser Lord Kusanali, and I've never had any reason to doubt their views. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord Kusanali and her deeds. To me, she might as well have been a god that never existed.
No way!
Dang.
Nahida definitely exists! She's a... How should Paimon put it? She's a good Archon who's kind and wise. Even if she says stuff sometimes.
She's very metaphorical, but she did save me once not long ago. We saved Sumeru City together in a not so distant past.
I've spent many years interrogating criminals, so I can easily tell.
We're in good with him.
Good! Then you should
Family.
know that we're telling the truth.
That look in your eyes.
It's this.
I've never seen that from a liar.
Right.
You two really must have met Lesser Lord Kusanali.
We get him. We always get him with that face.
To think, our Archon has been amongst us this entire time.
Among us.
Alright, now it's our turn to put our skills to good use for this investigation.
You betcha.
But easier said than done, especially since we don't have any leads. Maybe we can start by knocking on some doors.
Just knocking on doors asking for info.
Excuse me.
Oh.
Are you here to help me find my grandpa?
No.
Who are you?
But I feel like we're going to now.
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak.
Isak.
You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Well, now I'll feel guilty if I say no. So.
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa.
Village keeper.
Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
He's a little cuckoo.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Uh-oh, detective mode.
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family.
What do you mean by that, kid? Where is your grandpa?
I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa.
Side quest?
I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah.
Bro, giving me side
you're
missions.
The one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was.
Can you imagine he killed the kid?
Feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
You went out and killed Isak?
Whoa. ALHAITHAM wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. CYNO, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Where's the money in it?
Sorry, I was only listening in because I wanted to know where Grandpa went. Honest, if you don't believe me, you can ask Miss Candace.
She's like the mama of everybody here. Please help him, CYNO. He needs his grandpa.
All right. But first, let's confirm the facts with Candace.
Bro's a detective. Yo, Candies! Trying to find this kid's grandpa. Is that true? You approach the village chief's house. CYNO asked Isak to wait nearby.
Super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
Hi, Mom. It's Candace. Mom.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
Oh.
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
She knows him.
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back.
What you know about the grandfather, though? Is it like
Isak's parents were
in his
both
head?
Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away.
Oh, he's
Isak was
dead.
still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive.
There's no hope. He's just dead.
Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa,
That's what we're looking
he
for.
was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more lucid. He even noticed Isak hiding in the distance. So Grandpa walked up to Isak and patted him on the head. He even took Isak to the entrance of the village, where he patiently taught the boy the names of the stars, and accompanied Isak until he fell asleep. The next morning, Isak woke up and wanted to go find his grandpa again, only to realize his grandpa no longer recognized him. However, even so, Grandpa retained his calm expression. It's said that those who saw the scholar claimed he no longer appeared to be crazy, but appeared to be living in his own world, almost as if he were sleepwalking.
He really in his own world for real.
That his grandpa was able to find
He keeps
peace
to himself.
and would follow him all the time, asking him things like, "Grandpa, want me to take you somewhere fun?" Or, "Grandpa, could you tell me stories about the stars again?"
All this somehow just makes Paimon feel really sad. It seems like they both deserve so much better.
Perhaps. Nearly everyone who lives in the desert has some form of hardship or regret. But even so, we must still continue on
Oh, there's
with our
some
lives.
trauma behind him too, huh?
It's also my reason for fighting.
Protect
I
my
must
people.
continue to protect this land.
Lucid Grandpa was probably Nahida, but she sued the other mad scholars as well. There you go. Nahida's actually the people's keeper.
The people have always had a considerate god watching over them.
Dang, man. Nahida as a grandpa?
No, nothing.
Yeah, he believes now.
As long as
I'm a
Isak keeps his word
believer.
and doesn't get in our way, we can take him along.
Oh man, he's gonna
Far
get
more
kidnapped.
compassionate than I gave you credit for.
The Dotori's gonna kidnap him.
Please accept my thanks on Isak's behalf, CYNO.
Is this part 4 of the story quest? I thought we were still in part 3, but it was just really long.
Hey, Isak.
You're coming with us, kid.
Oh, it's you guys.
We're gonna go find Grandpa.
We cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow, thank you so much.
Your grandpa will be found safe and sound.
All right.
He's babysitting.
Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
Okay, so this is the hunt grandpa down arc. There we go. That is the end of chapter 3, act 3. Gotcha. So this will tie directly into the next one. That answers our question right away.